All right, welcome everybody to Rise and Shine VBS, Day 2 of Arts and Crafts. Today what we're going to make is a handprint kit, and that print is going to look like fire. Today we learned about Moses and the burning bush, and how God spoke to that burning bush and told Moses what to do to save God's people. And the burning fire has light, right? And the light shows us the way. So we're going to make a torch that's going to show us the way, and we have all of these awesome supplies. You have a blue backing, you have gold sparkly letters, you have sparkling fire, you have a torch handle that says, "Arise, shine, your light has come, the Lord's glory has shone upon you." Our theme verse, Isaiah 61. You have an orange square and a red square, and let's get right into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our hands. My hands are a little big, so they don't fit, but what you're going to do is here, you're going to take that, and I'm going to use a thin marker, and I'm going to trace my hand. Now do it very lightly. You don't want to have too much ink on here because we're going to cut around it. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but my hand is kind of big. And so the lines look kind of like this. And I'm going to take a pair of scissors. If you don't know how to use a pair of scissors, don't worry about it. Mom or dad can help you, or your older brother or sister can help you out. I'm going to cut along the lines. Now, here we go. I took my right hand to make this, so I'm going to cut. Now you don't have to say cut like I do, but I just like saying words like that because it makes me happy. Are there words that make you happy? What's one word that makes you happy? Food. That's a word that makes me happy. Another word that makes me happy is hamburgers. I love hamburgers. So if any of you want to buy me a present, go ahead and buy me a hamburger, okay? Now, I know some of us aren't good at drawing with our other hand, right? Some of us are good drawing with our right hand. Some of us are good drawing with our left hand. But none of us are all that good drawing with both hands. I'm going to teach you a little bit of the secret here. Now, you can take your other hand and place it on here and trace like we did the first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the orange and I'm going to flip it like this, right? So that I can have two even hands. I'm going to draw and trace this so that I can use my good hand to make really good lines. Now you don't have to use that trick. You could just put your other hand down and draw, right? And it'll be just the same. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my happy word again, cut. And I'm going to cut around. And thank you all for being so patient as you're watching me cut. Now I know that scissors can be very dangerous, and I'm going pretty fast, so you guys make sure you take your time, okay? Now, sometimes God cuts things out of our lives to help our lives be better. What's one thing that we can cut out of our lives so that we can be better? Moses, remember, was afraid. He thought that he was not good enough to do what God was asking him to do. So one thing that we can cut out of our lives is that fear of not being able to do what we need to do, okay? So now we're going to hear some voices in the background, and that is just our jungle friends. So now that we've cut our hands out, we're ready to put some of this stuff together. Now what I like to do is I like to just try and kind of place my squares first so that I know that it's all going to fit. Now my hands are big, so mine's not going to fit perfect, but I'm going to do my best, okay? So I'm going to you can take the orange one first, or you could take the red one first. I'm going to do the orange one first. And I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And I'm going to put that on the floor, but we're going to clean that up later. Remember, whenever we do an activity, to always clean it up. Now, I think this one's going to look really good like this, okay? Now, I'm going to take the red one. It's our sticker part. And, here we go. And I'm going to put it over like this. Now you can see the red and the orange. Now you can't see a lot of red and orange because my hands are big and chunky, but your hands are really cool, so you'll be able to see that. Now I'm going to take this flame. Now what I should have done is I should have put the handle on first, but it's okay. That's what life is. Sometimes we do stuff and it's out of order, but it still works out in the end. So I'm going to put the flame right on here so that now we have our orange, our red, and our flame. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take Do you hear some crackling in the background? That might be some of our Adventure Island animal friends. I'm going to take the handle of the torch that has our Bible verse on it, and I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to line it up so it doesn't pop up, and it's just going to cover just a little bit. Do you see that? Now it looks like we're handling a torch. Now what do we do with this? Now I'm going to put a cool word called shine on here. And I'm going to take, or rise, I'm sorry. Or rise or shine, either's fine. I have the letter A. I have the letter R. Now this is all stickers so that once you get your letters, you can just peel the sticker off like so, and stick your letter on. So the S is stuck on, but the A, R, and I are not, so they are going to fall off. But praise God, they're still sticking on, even though I haven't done the sticker. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to stick the E on. And we have our torch that lights the way, right? And what we're going to do is, remember we had some string. I had some string left over from a previous arts and crafts. Remember we sewed our own beacon. So I'm using that just to save a little bit of string. Is that our animal friend? Maybe. So at the very top, there's 2 holes, and I'm going to just poke that out, and I'm going to poke the other hole out. There we go. And you see that a few of my letters have fallen off, and that's okay. And I'm going to stick in the string. You don't need the needle to do that, but I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to cut off the needle because I don't need it anymore. And we have our string here. And what I'm going to do is, I just took it out. It's okay, we make happy mistakes sometimes, that's fine. I'm going to put the string in on one hole, and then I'm going to put the other end of the string in the other hole. Perfect. And then we are going to tie it. If you don't know how to tie, you can ask Mom and Dad. Now I'm going to tie mine pretty short so that I can hang it up on my door handle at home. So I have the excess string. Remember, we learned that excess meant extra. I'm going to cut that off. And here we go. We have our torch. Oh, I think more of our animal friends are joining us. So it's about time to go on this one. So great job, everybody, and we'll see you next time.